As the primary weapon of the Jedi, one that was virtually synonymous with the Order, the lightsaber was a dangerous and destructive weapon that could easily maim and kill. So if lightsabers had the potential to produce devastating outcomes for those who were unskilled in its use, why would the Jedi provide lightsabers to inexperienced Jedi Initiates and Younglings to train with, particularly when some of their training methods included blindly blocking stun blasts in close proximity to other inexperienced users? In this video expose, I will explain whether the Jedi Order really put lightsabers into the hands of younglings for training purposes. To be clear, the lightsabers used by Jedi Initiates and younglings during their training were real, actual lightsabers, but not completely. The lightsabers used by those Jedi who had obtained the rank of Knight or higher emitted a coherent beam of energy that extended from the weapon's hilt. To ensure that this beam of energy did not extend outward in perpetuity, rendering it useless as an efficient weapon, the lightsaber's energy beam was arced back to the hilt's power cell by a blade containment field. It was this containment field that allowed the blade of the lightsaber to bounce off of and block the blades of other lightsabers, rather than just pass through each other completely. However, the blade containment field within these lightsabers was weak enough so as to allow the energy beam within it to still inflict a significant amount of damage. Stated another way, the containment field in no way hindered the ability of the weapon to cut through objects. It was solely to ensure that the weapon's energy beam was contained to produce a blade that was a length that would allow it to be an efficient weapon. The lightsaber blades used by Jedi Initiates and Younglings during their training sessions were similar to the lightsabers used by the other members of the Order in every way, except when it came to the weapon's blade containment field. These Initiates and Younglings used what were known as training lightsabers or practice sabers, which were not just lightsabers that were set to a lower power. Rather, these practice sabers contained a highly intensified electromagnetic blade containment field. The result of this greater containment field was that it was significantly more difficult to inflict damage through the lightsaber's energy beam, as the energy was far more contained. This prevented the weapon from severing limbs or causing death. The most significant injuries that could result from practice sabers used by Initiates and Younglings were welts, minor burns, and bruises, thereby making these lightsabers far less dangerous than those used by the higher-ranking members within the Order. This allowed these new, inexperienced Jedi to practice with a lightsaber that was similar to the weapon that they would ultimately use upon progressing through the ranks of the Order to learn the basics in lightsaber technique without having to worry about amputation or even death. So there we have it, how the Jedi weren't crazy enough to let younglings practice with full-fledged lightsabers. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. If not for me, for Bear Clan.